Eastern time, and we're going to get going. This should last about 25 minutes, maybe 30 max. So we're going to run through the great reveal of our new designs for the fall. And of course, we had a nice collection that we brought out in the spring, but everything is kind of convoluted and mixing everything together. So obviously, we're going to get the new literature out with the new pictures from the spring collection. We're also going to do the Name That Chair contest again, which we sent out a notification to everybody. It's a $25 gift card to Starbucks if we select one of your names for one of the collections. We've got 4 collections, which we sent out. And that's going to be, the names have to be in by Monday, August 31st. And the only parameter is you got to select a name from a famous hotel or lodge anywhere in the world. That's the parameters for the Name That Chair contest. Well, let me begin and say thank you to everybody for their effort during this pandemic situation. I know it's been very, very tough, and we've always been here to help, as we've noted through our different Zoom meetings and tutorials. This particular meeting will be on YouTube by tomorrow, I assume?
Yes, tomorrow or Friday.
Okay, good.
On our channel, we can send the link out.
Well, I want to welcome Ted Corwin, who's up in the middle box there. And he is the owner of Design Master and the developer of the company. I just want him to meet everybody. I don't know if you had a chance to talk to Ted. I would like to have everybody take a minute to give him a call so you can chat and get a little better understanding of our company and the philosophy behind our company. Again, we're very grateful for everybody during this difficult time, and we know the uncertainty ahead, but we're pushing ahead, and our business is very good, all things considered. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say everything is great. I've been on a number of Zoom webinars from different magazines, and everybody says the world is great, and every design firm is busy, and everybody's just running crazy. And you know, I don't know how much credence I put in that, but the reality is we're doing okay. We're bringing out new designs. We're picking up new accounts. Slowly. We've got a number of projects, so we're very grateful for that. And moving forward, we're going to continue to grow our business. We're going to do a little virtual tour coming up in October, so we're going to have that out there that you can present to your designers and architects as a great media tool. A virtual tour is going to be very helpful in your presentations. So we've got that coming. And like I said, well, one key point also, considering the pandemic and all the issues ahead, you know, we had a policy that when you use our credit card to pay, there was a slight surcharge for the cost of the card. Well, we're going to suspend that. That is, as of today, we're going to suspend that till the 1st of next year. Anybody that wants to pay by credit card will not have to pay a surcharge of any cost, considering everything that everybody's going through today. So that should help, because that also speeds up delivery. And putting that into our system, if somebody can pay by credit card, the order is entered immediately versus if they have to send a check and we have to wait for the check, so on and so forth. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible, and we're giving everywhere we can to help everybody create new business. So please make a note of that there'll be no charges for using a credit card. Please make that known when you're talking to somebody if they're looking to enter an order. I appreciate that. And real quick, that is about all I have to say. I'm going to turn it over to Kathy, I think it is at this point, to talk about the new products.
Yes, so glad to see all of you this afternoon. Thanks for being with us. We wanted to give you a little preview of market, what we plan to show in October. Whether we have market or not remains to be seen. We're hoping that we will, although we have decided we're going to do a virtual market this time, not actually show. We'll show by appointment only if they do have market and somebody wants to see what we're showing. So the showroom will be set up, but we won't be there unless we have an appointment there. But just to give you a preview of what we're starting with, I'm going to have Dory to share the screen. I wanted to show you through the sketches of the new product for market and what what would pertain in hospitality as well as in residential. And these chair styles are the ones that you have received that you would be sending in your names for. May the best rep
Okay,
win.
yeah. We're gonna do it like this. We're having some technical difficulty over here.
Okay, well, starting on the top left of the screen, you'll see a bordered back side chair, not named yet. It is the 3820 for hospitality. It is a low back side chair featuring the inside border that it has an inset welt detail. It's very sleekly upholstered. The disappearing arms frame the side of the seat, and the chair back is gently curved, and it has tapered legs. So very nice little chair for restaurant, country club, be a good fit in any of those places. The next chair, the 3822, is a metal-based chair with a metal arm, and the chair beside it is its armchair. This uses our Barnwell seat frame, the metal part. And it's very similar to the Westmoreland chair in that the back flares out from as you go up from the seat. The top rail has a slight curve in it, and then it has a metal handle in the center of the top of the back. We're going to be showing this chair at the market in a new finish called Oil Rubbed Bronze, which is a dark finish. It's going to make the chair have a more industrial kind of look or modern farmhouse kind of look. It will take this chair to a totally different market from where we've sold the Barnwells to this point. The Barnwell group will also be available in this new finish. So we'll have new finish samples coming out to you of the finish, so you'll be able to share it with your customers when you are able to start seeing them again. But I think this chair will be a great addition. Can't wait to see and learn what the name's going to be. The next chair, the 3824, is a contemporary chair. You notice that the back tapers from the seat up to the top of the back. And in the top quadrant of the back, there is a metal accent. This metal accent will be on both the front and the back. It will be in a satin brass finish and a nickel finish choice. You have a tightly upholstered seat. If you'll notice, the seat rail is shaped. So, and that's accentuated by the welt. And then the tapered legs have on the front legs a metal ferrule. That will be optional and available in the same finishes as the brass, the satin brass and the nickel as the plate that's on the front of the chair. And the chair beside it is its armchair, featuring a wood arm that is attached. So we go to the line below. You have the matching dining stool, counter height and bar height to the 822 chair. It again has the flared back. It flares from the seat up to the top of the back. The top back rail is slightly curved, and it has the metal handle in the center. The base is our Barnwell base, but this will be shown in the oil rubbed bronze finish at the market, and it will be available also in the antique bronze and antique silver as the Barnwell is. So those are the pieces that you are naming. Remember that the stool would have the same name as its matching chair, so that would be the collection. So the last pieces that are shown there, the Lancaster chair, we were supposed to have had this past market in the spring, but we ran into some issues with getting the frame completed. We now have that, and that is the Louisa chair with the addition of the outside fret part that you see here in the sketch. The Lancaster is, right now we have that chair with the fret part. This is the larger chair with the built-in arm and front leg. And it's also available with the front leg caster. And then the next chair, you'll see the beautiful Clismos back here. This has an exposed laminated crestwood back. It will have layers of laminates there that will be pressed together. It will be in beech wood. And the back is exposed, as you can see, all the way to the base of the seat rail on the outside back. So it'll be a beautiful look. Very contemporary, tightly upholstered seat, and the tapered front legs and a slightly curved back leg. So you named this one last time. The name is Savoy, and it's our 3814 side chair. And then we have the matching Savoy dining stool with the round seat, same back, sized for the stool, and on our tapered leg base. So very beautiful looks here. I think great things for hospitality market as well as residential market. So, and as we get to the end of the time, I'll see if there's any questions that anybody has about these. I wanted to look next, I wanted to show you the fabrics that we are introducing for the residential market. Some of these fabrics also could be used in hospitality. We introduced a performance fabric pattern in April 1955, and we are adding 2 colors to that. The colors don't show up really great here, unfortunately, but this is an antique gold with golds coming in and also browns. We felt this could be a good addition for the market, and this will go hospitality. And the next one is a teal colorway, a deep teal that is beautiful. But excuse me, both of these are available, can be used in hospitality. The next fabric, florals are really coming in and becoming much more popular in wallpaper and home decor. You're seeing much more about floral. This is a beautiful floral cotton fabric that is on a black ground. Now, this would not be a hospitality fabric, but I just wanted you to see the fashion statement that we're making with this fabric. The next fabric is a beautiful chenille with this cracked tile pattern look in gray and white. This too would not be hospitality, unfortunately, but it's a beautiful fabric. Then a broken plaid look in the neutral color. We're showing this on the 836 or the metal handled chair in residential in the oil rub bronze finish. Nice look here. And the next fabric is a Jacobean. It's on a crimson colored ground with the various shades of blue and tan. You can't see it here, but there is a leopard sitting on one of the flowers in the pattern. It's a document kind of pattern. Very beautiful, very traditional. Then this beautiful OG pattern here, it's a woven and it's got the mineral tones of gold and flaxen look in the center there. We're showing this on the Barnwells at the market this time. Another beautiful fabric, a nice texture in this cranberry color. This would be hospitality rated. It passes over 50,000 rubs. It is a performance fabric. It's very similar to Revolution, if you've heard of Revolution, but this is Valdez's Sustain pattern, and there is no treatment on it. The cleanability is inherent in the yarns of the fabric. It's a nice texture and a nice grade at grade C. A beautiful cut velvet. We continue to get cut velvets a lot in COMs. And this beautiful teal color, we chose that because in our COMs this time, we had many COMs in this teal colorway. So we see that as a trend coming in. So this cut velvet in a animal skin or a cobblestone look, some people call it cobblestone, is beautiful here. And then we did a neutral in a sterling kind of look here, the kind of silvery gray. Beautiful fabric. And I'm not sure if this would meet hospitality specs or not. We're still gathering some of that information from the mills. This fabric, there are 2 colorways in it, and this does meet hospitality specs as far as rub counts. Here is the texture, has lots of colors in it of gold and raspberry and blue. Really beautiful look. I think it will make up very nicely. And then the second colorway features more blues and grays. So 2 fabrics there that will work for hospitality. A beautiful cut velvet here that does rate for hospitality. Here in the teal and the sea glass and tan colorways. We had a circle velvet, cut velvet like this a couple of markets ago that we lost because the mill went out of business. It was more in the navy tones. I think this one in the teal tones will do well too. That one did very well for us. Another print for this market, it is a linen viscose blend. This is hospitality rated. You see the crimson background here along with all the various shades of blue in the Jacobean pattern. And then an Art Deco look here with black and white. We will be making a black and white statement in the showroom, with black and white being so popular today in women's apparel and also in home decor. And then I was telling you about the oil rub bronze finish. Well, here's a sample of that finish, and you can see that it's very different in look from the antique bronze and antique silver plated finish that we use on the Barnwell chairs now. So I think it will give this grouping a whole different marketplace for these chairs to be used, the Barnwell as well as the new chair. So those were the new fabrics and the new finishes for you. Alan's already talked about the Name the Chair contest. Here's the flyer that we sent out to you, telling you the instructions and when we need your entries in, and we plan to announce the winner next Wednesday, September the 2nd. So be sure you get your names in so you have a chance to possibly win that gift card to Starbucks. So the sketches, again, that I sent that you would name would be this 3820 bordered back chair, the metal base chair with the metal handle and its stool, matching stool, and then the contemporary chair with the metal accent on the inside back, both side and arm. So there's your pieces that you will name for us.
Kathy, when will the models be available for shooting?
You mean for photography?
Yeah.
Not until the first week of October.
Okay, thank you.
Then we wanted to just share our virtual market plans with you. Most of this pertains to residential, but it would also affect you as far as when you would get items from us as well. So the first week of September, we're going to be sending out to the sales reps and all of our top accounts of the color rendered sketches. I'll send copies of the color rendered sketches for the hospitality to you. We'll send out fabric cuttings of the new fabrics and a letter that will romance the new items that are in the packet. And that will start off our virtual marketing of the product. The second week of September, which is September 14th, and that's actually pre-market in High Point, we'll add the new product sketches to the What's New area of the website, both residential and hospitality. We will make a video with the new sketches, and we will send out a constant contact news blast to our dealers to encourage them to go to the website to see our virtual market under What's New. The third week of September is when we start setting up the showroom for doing the photography. We'll price the new product, both hospitality and residential. And the next week, the fourth week of September, we will actually be doing the photography in the showroom with our photographer, video clips romancing the product and describing the product to use on the website. And we're going to be putting together a Matterport virtual tour. This is a 360 tour that will be shot in our showroom October the 7th. So you'll be watching for that. That fourth week of September is when we'll do the shooting of the new product silos. And then I will take photos of the settings that I use for the Shutterfly book that I put together for the residential reps. The first week of October is when we do the Matterport virtual tour, and we should have that back by the end of the week. And then the second week of October, we would do edits to that tour where you can have tags that would have information about a product, a chair, maybe the video that I described the chair and show a little bit about it. We will do a Zoom meeting with sales reps to show you the virtual tour, and then it will be published for viewing by the reps. It will be published onto our website. We'll send out a constant contact e-blast about the tour with a link. The professional photos will be edited and emailed out, and new fabrics and the oil rub bronze metal finish samples will be sent out. And then the third week of October, we'll get the catalog supplement files to our graphic designer for editing and putting together the supplement for printing. And the Shutterfly book gets put together for the sales reps who want those. So that's our virtual marketing plan. Any questions about anything I've shown you? Well, I'm going to turn it over.
Yeah, Kathy, I do. Questions on a couple of chairs. On the 3820, if somebody wanted to add nail head between the body of the back and the border, is that a possibility?
If they wanted,
To add nail head between the body of the back and the border itself.
I think that would be possible, yes.
Okay, and the other question is on the Savoy, if somebody wanted that chair fully upholstered rather than with the wood back, it's a nice shape. It would be a nice chair fully upholstered as an option as well. Would that be a possibility?
I would have to talk with Steve and Roy about that because of the way the back is made. That's a good question.
Okay. Those are my questions.
Okay.
Good. You're off the hook.
Well, I'm going to turn it over to Ted right now so he can say a few words.
Thanks, Kathy. I've met a number of you, but I haven't met all of you. And I'm not glad that we're doing a Zoom meeting, but I'm glad I'm getting to see your faces. And I am very grateful for what you are doing. And one of the things that I'm probably pleased the most about this craziness that we've all had to deal with COVID is how we have adapted, and you have adapted, we have adapted. It's certainly not what I want to be. The way I connect with people, I really value the relationships and being with people physically. But right now, this is the next best thing. And to give you some sense of Design Master, I think it's important for you to maybe see it through my eyes, at least in part. And I'm sure Alan has shared some of this, Kathy may have, but with COVID, none of us have been through that. And down the factory at the beginning of April. And to give you a sense of the volume, what happened this is overall, this includes hospitality as well as residential. But we're about even on the year through March. Well, in April, our volume was off 86%. I've never seen 86% drop in written business. And we got into May and we started to bring people back, and in some cases, dealers started to come back to work. And our volume in May was only off 44%. In June, it was only off 29%. In July, it was actually up 4% compared to July of 2019. In August, it was up 10%. And I'm tickled with that. We're not out of the hole, but we've been producing, we're shipping good product. I am very, all we can do is take one step at a time, but I have a real peace in my heart that we're going to get through. Design Master is going to get through COVID. We're all going to get through it together. I wanted you to hear that. Now, specifically on hospitality, and I haven't gone back and looked at the divide hospitality and residential, but the hospitality, and we were not up against a lot of volume in the month of August, but it was up 82%, the hospitality. Year to date, so this goes from January, the total Design Master business is quite a bit off. That 86% and the 44%, we're still trying to dig out of that hole. But what you all are doing year to date, so 8 months into the year, the written business is up 33%. So I'm really, really encouraged by that. And in looking at the numbers, we look at it each week. It's the retailer in me, you got to beat last year. Well, the last 6 of the last 7 weeks, and they have been small, but there have been hospitality orders. So you all are doing that. And we're happy to have any orders, small or large. But the fact that I don't think we have ever had 6 out of 7 weeks in a row with hospitality orders. I mean, it's like, I'm excited. I think this is terrific. So you need to know that to build your confidence. We're all having to adapt. I'm thinking you got to do what we're doing with Zoom meetings and phone calls. However you're doing it, it's working. And I want to encourage you to continue to do it. As you were talking, Kathy, about the residential market in High Point, we had planned to show at BDNY, and probably many of you had planned to go to New York. And with COVID, I kept thinking, and this is maybe personally, but I was thinking, in some ways, I hope that they cancel that. I don't know that I want to go to New York and quarantine for 2 weeks before the show. And they did obviously cancel it. We're not going to be showing there this year. However, there may be some things that your input to Alan, to Kathy, we can do some kind of a virtual BDNY market that you could share with clients that would have gone there, just to be in the forefront with them. But I've shared, I'm delighted. I hope you can tell that. And I'm really encouraged that the hospitality business that you all are writing is growing in spite of COVID. So thank you. I'll turn it back to Alan.
Thanks, Ted. I appreciate that. There's a couple things real quick and we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to open the floor for any questions if we have any. Again, we're here to help with your Zoom meetings. We're here to help with your Instagram again, as we've gone over the last 5-6 months. So if you need any help in your social media platforms, please give us a call. Dory's available. I'm available. It does have an effect, and everybody has to do business the way they feel comfortable doing it. I have a few firms in my area that are open, not many, but a few, and they're letting people come by, but that's very sparse, very few. It's still a lot on the internet, a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls just to create, some kind of buzz. But we're here bringing out new product, bringing out new finishes. We're going to continue to probe the market and find new ideas. And, in the senior care market, that seems to be still very productive for us. That marketplace is still looking and building new senior facilities. So there's still plenty of market out there for us to go after. We're building a lot of product for that senior market now. That's something that I really want to encourage you to look at, the different developers that are out there in the marketplace. I'm not so sure about restaurants right now, but we're doing plenty of country clubs and things along that line. So that's still one of our target markets. So senior living, country clubs, a few hotel projects, that's pretty much what we're looking at today and, for the near future. So we're here to help. We want to make it work for you and for us. And we're going to keep bringing out new designs. And one thing I always encourage all of you is to keep feeding us new designs, keep feeding us ideas. We need those ideas from the marketplace. So I appreciate that very much. I'm just going to leave it open if anybody has any questions about the company, about where we're going, what we're doing, new designs. What do you think about the new designs?
Actually, Alan,
Good.
sorry, Alan, I do have a quick question. Joanna here. Hi.
I see you.
I've got a quick question. You're absolutely right. Restaurants aren't, falling over themselves at the moment, for furniture, or they're making do with what they have, or of course with some limited, with social distancing, they can only work at, a limited capacity.
Outdoors.
And they are doing, or they're moving to outdoor type furniture. So if they're looking at all. However, having said that, when we've come across a couple of projects, or in recent weeks, that folks have said, oh gosh, we do need some inside furniture now and we need it quick. So what I'm getting to is, what are your best lead times if something came along that we did need something quick, 3 to 4 weeks, 5 to 7 weeks, 10 weeks plus? What are best lead times at the moment?
Tomorrow. No, just kidding. I'm going to leave that to Kathy at this point because I don't know specifically.
If it's chairs that we have to get made, the frames made that have stretchers added to them and that, I would say you're probably looking at 6 to 8 weeks at
Okay.
best. If it's frames that we have in inventory that we don't have to add stretchers into, or they already have the stretcher structure, probably 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And is there a way to find out quickly what you have in stock and what you do not have in stock, or how are those divided? If we had a customer that said, oh, we need something quick, can I say in the catalog or in a certain way, this is what we don't have to order?
In your catalog, if you find the chairs that you see that do not have stretchers are chairs that we stock here for residential.
Okay.
And we don't have to put added stretchers into those for hospitality. That would be one way. The other way, we could send you a list of those chairs that would not have to have the added structure because the structure's already there.
Kathy, would you mind doing that? I mean, that would be great, only because, to be honest with you, I have a customer right now that's saying, gosh, I need stuff like this, but I need it quick, as in like 4 weeks. So I don't know if it's realistic. I don't know if we can do it, but it's an opportunity that just has come up. And he's pretty keen to move ahead like now. In fact, he's waving a checkbook. So, I mean,
we want him to keep waving that checkbook at us.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
I
could
mean,
do that.
I'd like to snatch that, but also offer him the best solution. But of course, so if you could send that list, Nick and Joanna Miletus, that would be really very helpful. Thank you.
I will send it out. I'll send it out for all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else? I want to thank you. Oh, Bob, you going to say
Yeah.
something?
No, it's just, thanks for the meeting. It was great. Like
Thank you
the
all
new
for your
chair.
time.
Like the
And
new chair.
again, our door is open.